What's up, guys? How we doing? So I figured I'd go live while we're watching the replay since most everybody pirated it yesterday. I figured, what the hell? Let's just take a look. They just did Super Bowl. What do you guys think of Super Bowl? So we'll give it a second. Let some more people get in here. But yeah, it's I gotta say, overwhelmingly, I was disappointed in World Supercross. So if you guys are in here, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear the TV in the background? Is that too loud? It's the Supercross. Like I said, it's World Supercross. I'm just watching it live and figure out chat with you guys while I'm doing it. So let me know. Let me know how it sounds, guys, because it's not set up by my mic. TJ, what's up, my man? TJ Caldwell. Aiden Seeley. Is that any relation to Cole Seeley? Everything sounds good. Okay, cool. Can you guys hear the TV's quiet? Okay. Is anyone else watching the race? Is it the first time you've seen it right now? Hold on. Brandon Colligan. You said the track was lame. What's up? Chris Stark. I don't think it was lame. I think it was perfect. Like, it was challenging enough to... But it also kept the racing safe. It had big 180s. There's plenty of passing. The dirt sucked. The dirt was garbage, but they had a dirt supplier fall out at the last minute, and they did what they could with what they could. Got to remember, for these World Supercross guys, this is their first time doing this stuff, and this is their test season. It's not their real season. But let's see, Fender Cam. Yeah, I would agree with what you said there, sucko. Fender Cam was horrible. Can somebody please pop for an anti-vibration? Maybe a GoPro or something? That was the worst onboard camera. And my thing is that's fine if you do something and you miss, but admit you missed out on it. Like, don't just keep replaying it over and over and hoping that we just come along to it. No, that fucking sucked. It was horrible. So that bothered me. But I love this format, guys. And I don't know if you guys are watching it right now. I'm getting ready to watch the first 250 moto or main or whatever you want to call it, which I was confused because Alf's sitting there talking about how they're going to go into Super Bowl for the 250s, and then all of a sudden they're in the main event. I'm like, come on, can somebody at least fill in Ralph and Jeff? So, yeah, they were just like the ones from 98, except for they weren't 17 pounds. So, but how about Mitchell Oldenburg, 119. Well, sorry. If you guys have already watched this or haven't watched this, I'll try not to throw out too many spoilers, but we're in the first one right now, and Mitchell Oldenburg has got a good start. I loved watching this TJ Caldwell. Yeah, yeah. Ralph I like him. He's a nice guy. He's got the pipes. Like, he's got all the tools, but like the knowledge, it's like, yeah. He reminds me of Irv Braun a little bit. I loved Irv Braun, but Irv Braun said the craziest things. Let's see. I did like the 250s. The 250s, I mean, seeing McElrath, Bogle, Seeley, these past 250 champions get back out there. Oh, man, that's fucking awesome. And then to see Oldenburg hand it to him. Wow, I didn't remember Chisholm being in second place in that first moto. How about Chris Blose? Yes, Doug Roberts, you're spot on. He's a generic announcer, and that's the thing that bothers me right now with sports. Do not bring in generic announcers. The UFC has laid down the blueprint. You need specific announcers. You need people dedicated to the sport. Like James Thomas was really good when he did it. That's all he does. He's just a motocross guy. He's not a car, this, that. He's not trying to be a professional announcer. He's trying to be a motocross announcer. So that's the big difference. An announcer, he's trying to be a motocross announcer. So that's the big difference. And man, Ogle, I was so disappointed after seeing him in the heat race, get wins, and come out there and then I believe he ripped out spokes. And I wouldn't want to hit that big metal ramp. Jason Mayberry, you are spot on, bro. That footage is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful, guys. And that's the only view they. Oh God. Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking with that, guys. It was pretty bad. Do you guys like the metal ramp? I love the metal ramp. I absolutely love the metal ramp. I think it adds a new element to it. The whips the dudes were throwing were absolutely spectacular. Spectacular, guys. More retired riders taking on the announcer's duties. Chris Stark. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And more than that, I just want to see someone who knows what the hell they're talking about. I want to see somebody that knows the sport, who is involved in the sport. It doesn't necessarily have to be a former rider, racer. Like I said, I think Hopper, myself, Jace from Gypsy Tales, there's people around the sport who can talk about it, who understand it. You don't have to have done it at the highest level to know how it's supposed to be done or to recognize what you're seeing, but you need to at least be able to ride. Nah, metal ramp was weird. If you wreck before it, it sucks. Yeah. Eric West, what up? Yeah. Boy, yeah. Gosh, and I wanted Seeley to do a little bit better, but I think he'll do better in Melbourne. I think he was a little rusty. It took a second. So Gypsy would drop an F-bomb on air. Yeah, that's why we got it delayed. Bleep it. So springboard wooden ramps. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Ryan Hall. But I'm all for it. Like, I don't know. I like the consistency of it. I like the consistency of it. If you're going to have a big jump that pops guys that you want to get some style off of, yeah. But, dude, Chris Blows. How about that guy? So you guys know the story on Chris Blows. He essentially retired, didn't do any outdoors, and he's working on his business in Arizona as a suspension guy. He wanted to do this, so even though he retired, he knew he was going to do World Supercross. But to come out and almost win the thing, holy crap, against this competition. I mean, Matt Moss is legitimate. Like, he was off for 4 years because he got caught with Osterine, the steroid thing. But listen, he's not the first guy to use stuff. He's one of the only ones that got caught. God, I love that ramp. So to make it look that big on TV, that is gigantic. Surprise, surprise. You think you'll be a great announcer. Coolman777. Of course I do. But I don't now. You know what? I don't know that I would be a good announcer calling the races. Coolman777. Of course I do. But I don't now. You know what? I don't know that I would be a good announcer calling the races. I'm better at talking about them afterward. I'm better at interviewing. Those are more my skill set. Calling live action, I'm not very good at. I've never done it. I've never really had a desire to do it. It's different. I get caught just watching and yelling like Joe Rogan. Wow, what the hell is going on? Like, that's more what I do. If you want that, then yeah, I would be decent. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to get them. I'm going to try and reach out and see if I can pitch them on me, Coach, and Hopper doing some sort of a show before. And then that gigantic break. The only thing that really, for me, the big disappointment, and it's about to start here, is, and I don't know what they're going to do because it's tape delayed, so maybe they can block out most of that. Jonesy 329, if you're in the United States, it's on FS1 right now. But you got to be in the United States. Yeah, it's on Fox Sports 1, and I'm watching it right now. So pretty cool ideas. I sent it to Adam Bailey for you. Oh, nice. Thank you, David Everett. I appreciate it. Oh, nice. Thank you, David Everett. I appreciate it. And I've been trying to get a hold of Adam from day one. They've been really cool. They've been, I don't know. He's got back to me a couple times, but I've been trying to get an actual interview with him. But I'm sure he's got a ton going on. And clearly, from the looks of this event, it's been a bit scatterbrained. Where they totally screwed up is by coming out guns blazing, declaring war on the outdoor series. I don't think they understood what Coombs are capable of. Sorry, man, I don't know outside of the USA. Dude, I was so bummed for Reed and Grant. Did they both have mechanicals? I didn't hear. So, but I know that section was really tricky. It was on off, 2 in a row. And if you make any sort of a mistake, yeah, they're deadly. And that's the thing is like you got to be on tip top and you got to be in really good shape. So when you do hit the ground, you can bounce back up, like Coach Rob always says. And that's the thing is when you're in your mid 40s or late 30s, gosh, unless you've been doing it the whole time. Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. I did hear the chain snap and the fuel pump. God, and Reedy's got some bad injuries too. I know he downplayed them, but do you break ribs or wrists? I mean, that's just the stuff they caught with the scans. Wait till 3 weeks later when you twist and you find something else. And it's not fun when you hit that hard. And God, yeah. I mean, 5 laps and it just sucked. Do all that work, all that effort in a heat race that really didn't mean anything. You have an issue. So Kung Fu Toe. Why are those tracks BS? I think it was great. I love the track design. I really did. The dirt, but I understood why they had a dirt issue. Okay, so now right now they're re-racking them. And I did crack up in the interview. They interviewed Mitchell Oldenburg after, and they didn't ask him, like, hey, how was the track? Are you ready for the next one? She's like, are you going to go to the Packer game now that you won? And I'm like, he didn't actually win. There's 2 more, and he's got to get ready. Like, and maybe the announcers are all going to have to get used to it, but I would have been like, hey, how's the track? How do you refocus for this next one? Monster Energy Cup new. They're prepping for this super motocross thing they're doing. And gosh, and Oldenburg, all he had to do was get a decent second race. So let's see. Dan Nelson, that is so awesome. Leave your wallet with Coombs and your kid with Kenneth Feld. That's mic drop right there. That was a good one, man. Well done. Oh my God. That one is really funny. Sorry, I'm just watching the second heat here where, oh man, Oldenburg has to just be kicking himself. I mean, all he needed was a decent race. And it's nice to see Max Anstey, Cole Seeley, Shane McElrath, Justin Bogle, Phil Nicoletti, Matt Moss, Kyle Chisholm, Dylan Schwartz. I mean, look at that list of guys. Wilson Todd. I mean, that is a stacked 250 class. You know there's tension when Racer X doesn't have a show on the World Supercross. Oh, yeah. Yeah, anything that doesn't have – well, Racer X is MX Sports. Essentially, they declared war on Racer X. I mean, it's the same company, guys. They'll tell you they're separate, but they're not. Davey Coombs runs both. I love how he tells me he makes all his money from media. Meanwhile, digital media is dying. Oh, man, that crash from Oldenburg, man, he's lucky to even get up from it, though. What was he thinking? Just tripling in right there early in the race. Like, his whole career has been, I mean, that's so Oldenburg. Like, he always is super fast and then just makes these big mistakes out of nowhere. Like, this would have won the opening round of World Supercross. I'm watching it now, but I'm trying. But I did watch it earlier. I know the results. I'm trying not to blow it for anyone watching it right now. So I'm kind of trying to just comment on what I've seen so far or what's going on. Thanks for not dropping the big F-bomb during your videos like one of the other new platform competitors. Yeah, hey, Creepy Crawler, I'm sorry. I do swear a lot, and I try not to, but I'll drop an F-bomb in there every once in a while. I try to make them count if I do it, but I'm just trying to get away from it. Let's see, Kenny Richard. I guess I'm too old when Supercross in the late 80s and 90s was the ultimate. Today it's jump cross. There's no more Supercross, but that's just my opinion. Kenny, well, the reason it's jump cross is because they have to slow it down. They can't do – you have to add these jumps to get – if not, they'll be doing like 20-second laps. Like, there's just nothing you can do. The bikes have gotten so good. David Everett. Yeah, well, I'm probably not coming to Melbourne unless the guys pay my way. But, yeah, I don't see that happening this year. Next year, I'd really like to. Yeah, I'll throw it in once in a while. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Part of me was nostalgic with hearing Ralph and Jeff. Gosh, I wish Nancy. So, did you guys? I'm gonna just say at the end. This won't blow it for anyone, but Vince Freezy made a comment that the crowd was louder than any crowd he's ever heard. Was that just a diss on the American fans because they don't like him? Because I didn't hear the crowd yelling at all. I felt like they were silent. If anyone was there and could tell me if it was different, it doesn't look like they're going crazy. Um, yeah, I hear Ralph and Jeff too, but they're just not. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what the heck they're talking about. Steve Kenny blew it for me, and I dropped an F-bomb. They just don't know what the heck they're talking about. I like Jeff, but Jeff is more worried about enunciation than he is about learning the riders' names and learning the field. And Jeff's attitude is like, what are we doing? We're right now, Muppet, we're in race 2 of the 250s. I'll probably go off air after the 250s, but we're just going. I mean, the whoops were nice. There was skimming. There was jumping. I don't know how you guys didn't like this track. US does hate freezing. I don't know. I know why, but I just think it's oh, Max Anstey. Like, then okay, so this is so cool. 6 laps, re-rack them, go again. Like, this is so exciting. So David Everett, we absolutely need a 2-stroke race. We need to bring back a 125 class. David Pingree talks about it all the time. I'm 100% with David Pingree. If you want to bring up racers to just kind of get back into things, get them on 125s. 125s are a way to bridge that gap because the 250F is a big, fast bike. I mean, that's as fast as a 252 stroke. You can rebuild them. You can ride them all day long. Less chance of injury. Let them gradually get into these 250Fs. And 250Fs, I mean, for somebody brand new in the sport that forgets to clean their filter, doesn't do these things, and they blow it up and they realize it's that much money to replace it, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a sport killer. So, but yeah, on a 125, almost anyone can figure out how to do a piston, ring. You know, worst case scenario, you blow out the cylinder. Hello, how are you, Isla? Daughter just walked in the room. So if you want to say hi to my peeps, want to say hi? You want to say hi to my I don't know if you hear her. She said hello, guys. So I live with a 14-year-old daughter, so it's like living with someone who's actually insane. Because the chemicals going through their body, they're actually certifiably crazy. But luckily, I have a sweet daughter. So, and I took her to Katy Perry last night. Never ever thought I would end up at a Katy Perry show. Actually, wasn't bad. So. Yeah, Emmett in 97. Who said he didn't? Or no, it was 90. It was 96. Let's see. 96 was McGrath. 97 was from. Did you guys see the Straight Rhythm where they built it up? Dude, I'm excited. I'll be doing some live stuff from Straight Rhythm next week, guys. So, yep, Emmett 97. They're literally built the Straight Rhythm right on Huntington Beach. That's going to be one of the coolest events ever. I'm so excited to see Roxon on a Yamaha events ever. I'm so excited to see Roxon on a Yamaha. Yeah. But anyway, guys, hey, I'm gonna let you guys go. This would be better if I hadn't seen it yet and we could talk through it, or if I had Hopper here with me. Let's see. Let's see, where was that? Cooksey, rumors, care to star, 700,000 a year, bullshit, or I think everything's on the table right now. He's definitely talking. They're just going to have to figure out a way to do it with Red Bull. That's the one thing that's hard. I do believe it was him that tested at the goat farm. And I think it's no coincidence that he's on a YZ for Straight Rhythm. I think that's, a little bit of brown nosing and, it sets it up perfectly. So anyway, guys, well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to chill out. And then, yeah, anyway, World Supercross and more stuff, Red Bull or Red Bull Straight Rhythm next week. All right, guys. Later. Thanks for joining me.